Well, Brett, you've been around a long time now. In fact, it seems quite a long time since you first walked through the doors at Portsmouth. Does the start of a season still excite you?
Yeah, very much so. I think it's always good to get pre-season out of the way. I think you're excited to come back, and then after what couple of weeks, you're really just looking for the start of the season. I think it gets a little bit boring. I think when the games don't really have anything on them, does get a little bit boring, like I say, and I think all the lads are ready to go now.
Mind you, you say pre-seasons don't mean a lot. It meant a lot to you the other night because I just caught you at half-time when you were coming off the pitch and you were visibly and audibly upset that Woking had scored a goal so late at half-time. So that competitiveness is still inside you.
Yeah, of course. I mean, don't get me wrong. We want to win every game, and I just thought the other night, especially being 3-0 up, we were cruising and played very well, and then just to give them a little bit of hope, like literally a second before half time, was frustrating for the lads, and luckily we sorted it out second half, and we were comfortable in the end, I think.
Yeah, because you showed a bit of ruthlessness even in Ireland, because you could have taken the foot off the gas, and we didn't, did we, throughout?
No, we didn't. I think that shows good signs, but no disrespect to UCD, we're going to have a lot tougher tests than that, but you can only beat what's put in front of you, and so far this pre-season we've done well.
Personally, you've done well, and you've scored a few goals. I suppose you can't do a lot more, can you?
No, not really. I think there's a mix. I think it's fitness, showing you're fit, and obviously then scoring goals in games and doing well in the games, I think. So this pre-season, I think I've done that probably better than last pre-season.
And you still take a mean free kick at Woking.
Yeah, funny actually. I said to Hawks on the bus that I fancied to score a free kick today, and it worked out that way. So
Kenny obviously shows his faith that you're still the captain, and very often we catch you coming over to the dugout and have a quiet chat with him. Does he take on board what you say? Is it a two-way relationship?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, obviously it's more him passing on messages to me to pass on to the lads, I think. But if there's anything that I've seen on the pitch or feel that needs changing, I can speak to him, and he takes that on board. Ultimately, it's up to him.
Now, yesterday we signed John Marquis. One licks their lips at the thought of him and you behind him scoring truckloads of goals. Is that a partnership that potentially excites you?
Yeah, I mean, look, I've always said I just want to play. Whoever is up front, it doesn't really bother me. I want to play, and that's the main thing. And we've probably got 22, 23, 24 lads that are all the same in their position that want to play, regardless of who they're playing with, behind, in front of. They all just want to play. John's come here. He's obviously scored a lot of goals last couple of seasons for Doncaster, and comes probably high on confidence, and hopefully he'll do well for us.
People still talk about you playing behind the striker, but as you've stressed before, you're quite sort of, you know that position so well.
Yeah, it's not something new for me. If anything, it's the other way around. Playing right up front was the new thing for me, because it's not something I've done a load of, and throughout my career I've always played probably just coming a little bit deeper, and that's what like I've said, prefer to do, but I'm happy to do both.
Since you've come, have you seen this club gradually grow?
Yes, I think so. I think it is, like you say, gradually grow. The first season we were probably close to the playoffs, but ultimately not good enough. We didn't have a strong enough squad in the second half of the season. Last year we were there or thereabouts at 88 points, and a few good cup runs on another season. We could have been promoted, I think, with that points, and it's up to us now to try and build on that, because if we get more than 88 points this season, we'll go up, I think.
Is there a certain pressure that every year people expect that a little bit more? Do you feel that pressure come down on you?
I think there's an expectancy, definitely, that comes with the territory of playing for a big club. And do I feel it? Not overly, not week in, week out. I think there's pressures on each game, and I just enjoy them pressures and enjoy trying to win each game. I think if you look at a whole season, I don't think you can really do that. You've got to focus on each game, or certainly a block of games.
Do you feel if you had made the Championship last season, as people say, it would have come too early, or would you have been ready?
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't think you can ever be too early because ultimately we wanted to be in the Championship, and it didn't work out. Would we have been able to stay in the Championship with the squad we had? Who knows? You can't tell. I think there's a lot of teams in the Championship towards the bottom that we would have definitely competed with. So it's hard to say.
So you talk about beating the 88 points of last season. Are you confident that you can do that? It's quite a mountain to climb.
Yeah, it's not gonna be easy. It's gonna be tough. We're probably seen as a big scalp in this league, us and Sunderland. It's gonna be tough. No games are easy. I don't think really last year we give anyone a good hiding. Maybe bar Bradford, I think, and Fleetwood when they went down to 10 men. But all of our games seem to be tight, and both teams are in them till the end, really.
Now, off of football, you have one young son, one young daughter. Do they want to follow your footsteps? And we can talk about daughters like that now.
Yeah, she's crazy. She's not particularly into football, but she plays it in the garden. She's into her gymnastics, ballet, everything. She's very active, and yeah, my little boy, he's not bad at football, to be fair. He loves it. He works hard, he practices and trains with his little team and trains with Bournemouth sometimes. So yeah, he loves it. Is
it something you would urge him to do?
I wouldn't push him into it, but if he wants to, I'll back him and help him as much as I can. I would definitely not push him into it, because then sometimes you can start resenting things you're pushed into. So if he wants to do it, he'll have my full support.
But are all the signs there that he could follow in your footsteps?
Yeah, he's not a bad finisher, so that's a good start.
Is that born, or has he learnt that?
I don't know. To be fair to him, he does practice. He loves going out in the garden, and he's always out there practicing. Whether I'm with him or his mum's with him, he's out there practicing. So he's got that on his side.
And when you're not involved in football, when you have that little break, what do you do? Can you switch off from football?
Not particularly. I'm not very good at it, to be honest. I'm always thinking about different things, and now getting older, thinking about the next step, coaching and management, etc., doing your badges. So away from football, I do enjoy playing golf. I enjoy watching horse racing.
Yeah, we knew that. We knew that.
Just doing normal stuff, living down where I live, going to the beach, just stuff with the family, really. I've got like a close network of friends who are all still in football, so see them when I can. But yeah, it's hard to switch off from football when you're involved in it.
Yeah, you talk about coaching badges. How far down the road do you see that? Because obviously you want to go on playing as long as you can.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly think I've got 4 or 5 years left at a good level, I think, that's for sure. And then I see coaching is something I'd like to do. Management, definitely, I'd like to try. But it's a tough game to get into that, and you've almost got to get lucky and get an opportunity, really.
Because you played under a few managers, have you learnt a bit from each one?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I've learnt from every manager I've played under, good and bad. I think sometimes learning the bad points can help you in the future, maybe. But ultimately, I think you have to do things your own way. You can't copy a certain manager word for word almost. I don't think that works.
So for the here and now, at Shrewsbury on Saturday, season starts. How important is it to get off to a good start?
Yeah, I think it is important. I think we got off to a good start last year, I think, the start of the season. Look, ultimately it's 3 points on Saturday, and if we don't get them, then we've got a chance to get another 3 points next Saturday. But it's nice to get that first win and get confidence going. And
you got, as you've already stressed, a real competitive squad there.
Yeah, we certainly have. So it's going to be interesting to see how it pans out.
When do you actually know who's going to play, who doesn't, and who's on the bench, etc., etc.?
Really, before the game, we'll have a meeting probably about 11:30, 12 o'clock, and that's when you find out.
And again, as captain, do you have any input into that?
No, definitely not.
Not like a cricket captain, where it's
No, no, definitely not. No.
brilliant. Well, listen, mate, we wish you all the best for the coming months.
Cheers.